So any questions, guys? Any questions, doubts so far? Are we good? Like what we discussed in the morning session? Are we good on that part, guys? Questions? No questions? Okay. So if no questions, let's go for the demo. Okay. So as discussed, so as per this diagram, we have CPU. Okay. We have RAM. We have storage, right? So what we need now to create a virtual machine, what we need, guys?
Virtualization software.
Virtualization software. Very good. Okay. Without
Software applications.
yeah. So without virtualization software, we cannot create the VM. Okay. So for that, we need either VMware, we need either
Oracle,
Oracle
VirtualBox,
VirtualBox or Hyper-V.
Hyper-V.
Any any of these three technologies we can use. So throughout our course, we are going to use Oracle VirtualBox.
Alright.
As I said, it's a lightweight process, so we can manage the machines, okay, with the less configurations also, less resources also. So in my laptop, I have already installed the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Okay. So I have already installed Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So it is difficult to show you how to install the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So I need any one of your help. Those who connected from the laptop, let me know. I'll guide you how to download the Oracle VirtualBox software and how to install the Oracle VirtualBox software. If you don't have VirtualBox in your laptop, you can share your screen and then I'll guide you what to do. Okay, guys, anyone is ready to share the screen?
Can I share my screen?
Definitely. Yeah, let me enable
Okay.
quick sharing
Okay.
and yeah, you can try now. Okay, before sharing, make sure it is recording. It will be uploaded into the YouTube. Okay, so if you have any personal things, please clear your desktop and then you can share the screen.
No,
Okay,
I think it's.
yeah, okay, fine.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, now I can see the screen. Fine. Okay,
Okay.
so now what we can do, guys, I'm going to install Oracle VirtualBox software. So as it has already installed in my laptop, so I'm taking, okay, Yasin help. Yasin is going to download Oracle VirtualBox software and he is going to install in his laptop. The same practice you have to do. Okay. So go to Google, Yasin. Yeah, go to Google and simply type download Oracle VirtualBox.
Okay.
Okay. Open the first link, which is from oraclevirtualbox.org. Yeah, you can click on that. So there are, as I said earlier, okay, every software will have versions. So this is also a software Oracle VirtualBox. So the current version is 7.1. We don't need 7.1, it's too advanced. Those who are using Windows 10 and all, it will create some problem for the 7.1 version. So we'll install 6.1 version. Okay, it will be compatible for us. So go down, little down, or you can see on the home screen on the top, can you see download button beside home
This one?
icon? Yeah, click on that download button. Yeah. Can you see, go down, little down, you can see old builds, previous releases. Go down. Can you click on the previous releases? VirtualBox. Yeah, very good. Click on that. Now you can click on 6.1.
This one?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the one. Yeah, click on that. No problem. Okay, click on Windows hosts. We don't need any support. So that's okay, no issues. Click on Windows hosts, the below one, Windows hosts. In case if you are using Mac OS, you can try using the Mac OS link also. Okay, guys. Hmm. Okay, okay. Don't click on that. Don't click on that. Never ever click on the software. Now onwards, you became a DBA. Okay. Remember one thing. As a DBA, you have to always open any application with run as administrator mode. Okay, you are an administrator now. So administrator means elevated access will be there. So in case sometimes some applications may not install properly if you directly install it. Okay. So always you have to try installing any application with run as administrator. Remember this point. So click on that folder icon at the end of the software. You can see downloads at the end of the download. You can see folder icon. Click on that. Now right click on this and choose run as administrator. Okay, mostly it will not ask you the username and password. If it is still asking, give your computer username and password. Right, very good. Okay, to install, there are no prerequisites for this. To install the software, we can directly go ahead and we can install the software. Installation of Oracle VirtualBox we are doing now. This will be done by the Windows team. Don't think for every server they will install the VirtualBox. Remember, we don't have anything. We are building it from the scratch. In the organization, already setup will be there. If you need virtual machine, they will directly create virtual machine and give it to you. Okay, so don't assume that for every Windows server they will install Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, they will do all these things. So Oracle VirtualBox is a platform. Once they created the platform, using that software, we can create n number of virtual machines. As I said, there is no limit. It depends on the resources that you are giving. N number of resources. Okay, so you can create it. So as we don't have any setup so far, we are building it from the scratch. So that's why we are installing all these things. So you don't need to perform any of these actions in today's class, tomorrow's class, whatever we are doing. That is to build the infrastructure to practice the real-time SQL setup. In the organization, no one will ask you to download Oracle VirtualBox. No one will ask you to install Oracle VirtualBox. No one will ask you to create a Windows Server virtual machine. Okay, we are the DBA team. You need a virtual machine. You will request Windows team. Windows team will create the virtual machine. They will give it to you. They will hand over the machine to you. So in the beginning of the course, as I said, one point that throughout the course we are the dash. We are the dash,
Administrators,
dash,
database administrators,
dash,
database
dash,
administrators,
dash. Throughout the course, we are dash
database
and
administrators.
dash, dash and dash and dash. Throughout the course, we are the Windows admins, we are the network admins, we are the storage admins. Of course, we are the DBAs. Okay,
Okay.
clear? So that is the reason we are doing all these things. Click on next, 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 and install. That's it. Next, next, and yes. Here you have to click yes, guys. Networking install. That's it. This is how we'll install the Oracle VirtualBox. So there will be no discussion as it is not our concept. And that too, we are not going to deal these things. Okay, just next, next, next and install. SQL Server part, when SQL Server came into the picture, when we are installing SQL Server, I'll explain each and every object during the installation setup, what and all options you can see, how it will work, what is the use of it. So around 2.5 hours discussion will be there on the SQL installation as it is our part, as it belongs to a DBA. This is not belongs to DBA part. So simply next, next, next and install. Click on finish. Automatically it will open the Oracle VirtualBox. Is it clear, guys, how to install Oracle VirtualBox? Are we good on this part?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So once you installed, you can see like this very empty, okay, window, which is an application interface. So this is the Oracle VirtualBox Manager. When I say go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager, when you have an issue, when you ping me, Shanmuk, I'm getting this error, then I'll tell you go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So don't ask what is Oracle VirtualBox Manager. When you install, you will get this interface. Oracle VirtualBox Manager means Oracle only. Okay, VirtualBox, that interface I'm asking you to open like that. So try to remember these small, small things and all. Okay, all the VMs, creating the VMs, deleting the VMs, managing the VMs, changing the settings, changing the configurations. Everything will be done from this Oracle VirtualBox Manager window. It's an application. Using this application, you can create virtual machines, you can delete virtual machines, you can configure virtual machines, you can change the configurations, you can change the settings, whatnot, everything you can do to manage the virtual machines. So this is how we'll install the SQL Server. I mean, sorry, so sorry. This is how we'll install the Oracle VirtualBox, guys. Okay, are we good on this? Any questions so far, please, on this? As I said in the beginning of the course, in case if you miss this, the configuration, laptop configuration, better if you have 8 GB RAM. Okay. Sorry, 1 minute, please, 1 minute. Hello, Narendra. Yeah. Okay. So using this interface, we can create the virtual machines and we can manage the virtual machines, guys. You can stop sharing, Yasin, from this point onwards. Again, I'll share my screen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yasin. Thank you. All right, I'm sharing my screen now. Okay, so little difference will be there. Depends on the, that's what. Okay, if you see Yasin's screen, it's completely empty because he just installed. But I am dealing with this VirtualBox Manager since years. So you can see the previous batch machines and all here. So don't ask Shanmukh. I can see there are 10 machines in your VirtualBox Manager, but when I install, I don't see any machine. I created all these machines. So that's why you can see 10 machines here. Yasin just installed, no machines are there, just a blank screen. Okay, so when you start creating the VMs, those VMs you can see here. Okay, to manage those VMs and all, you can just manage from this section, guys. Chalo. So now I am trying to create one virtual machine. As per this diagram, always try to remember this diagram and try to recollect when I am explaining so that it will be easy. So we have CPU resources now, we have memory now, we have storage now, we have virtualization software now. Now what we have to do?
Create a virtual machine.
We have to create a virtual machine, right? We have to create a virtual machine. So using all these resources and using this software. Here I want to highlight one thing. Okay. So when you install Oracle VirtualBox Manager, to work with this any of these virtualization softwares, okay, generally an option called virtualization should be enabled in your laptop. Most of you, this option by default it will be enabled, guys. Okay, but if you are using old laptops, more than 5 years old laptops, if you are using, there is a chance it might be enabled or it might be disabled also. So from where I can see, Shanmukh, whether virtualization is enabled or not. Virtualization is important object. When you have this option is enabled, then only virtualization softwares will work properly. Otherwise, you can install Oracle VirtualBox, but some options will not work properly. Some options will not work properly, or some options will be grayed out. Okay, when you click on that, it will not work. So to get better results, okay, this option virtualization should be enabled. So again, I would suggest everyone when you are listening the classes, please try to join from the laptop so that better interaction will be there. When you are using the mobile phones and all, you might get lot of messages from the friends and all. You might get not a lot of notifications, other notifications might distract you, and the small screen also will not give you a good concentration. Okay, so better I would suggest everyone to join from the laptop. Right. So how to check whether virtualization is enabled or not? Go to Task Manager This is called task bar. Remember one thing, this bar you can see where I can see all the tasks, opened tasks. This black bar, this bar is called task bar. Okay, from the task bar, you can open task manager. Right click on the task bar, you can click on task manager. Okay, when you open task manager, you can see a tab called performance tab. Click on performance tab and click on CPU section. There you can see virtualization is enabled in my laptop. In this way, you can see whether virtualization is enabled or not in your laptops. Can you try, guys? Please, and tell me in case if it is enabled, that will be fine. If it's not enabled also, I'll tell you how to make it enable. Okay, how to enable that option, I'll tell you. Please check it in case if you join from the laptops. Just go to task manager, go to performance tab, click on CPU. There you can see virtualization option. Is it enabled or disabled? Abhishek joined from laptop. Very good. And Anil Reddy. Okay. Joined from laptop. Good. And Ashish. Okay. Good. And who else? Gauri joined from laptop. Good. Eric joined from phone. Damini joined from laptop. Nageshwar Reddy laptop. Raj laptop. Roja laptop. Sajid laptop. Shiva laptop. Very good, guys. Good, good. Vinay, Vaibhav, Vinay laptops. And Yasin laptop. And Yasir from phone. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so those most of you joined from laptops. Two or three people just joined from the phone. That will be fine. Those who joined from laptops, please open your task manager and click on performance tab and click on CPU. Check whether virtualization is enabled or disabled. Enabled. Damini, very good. Nageshwar Reddy enabled. Sajid enabled. Shiva enabled. Anil enabled. Jarif enabled. Ashish enabled. Okay. Yasin enabled. Okay, very good. In case if it was disabled, maybe few others, like in case if this option is showing disabled or it is not at all showing, if this is showing as disabled or if it's not at all showing, you have to enable this option from the boot settings. I cannot share the boot settings. Boot settings means when you reboot the laptop, if you press F2 or F9 or F10, based on the boot key, it will go to a boot screen. Okay, in the boot screen, you have to enable this option virtualization. Disabled, generally it will be disabled, so you have to enable the virtualization. In case in case if it's showing disabled, just ping me in the WhatsApp. I'll tell you how to enable that, guys. Okay, in the boot settings, generally I'll try to get the screenshots. Okay, how to enable virtualization. So like this kind of screens will be there. Okay, so when you restart your laptop, immediately you have to once the screen is black before coming online. Okay, when you restart the laptop, the screen will go black, right? Keep pressing the boot key. Boot key depends on the vendor to vendor. If it's HP, different boot key will be there. If it is Lenovo, different boot key. If it is Dell, different boot key will be there. So just check in the Google what is the boot key for your laptop. So after restarting, you have to keep pressing the boot key. It can be F2, it can be F9, it can be F10. And then you will go to this blue screen. Okay. So there is an option called, okay, security tab kind of thing. There your cursor will not work. You have to use left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, down arrow. So like this kind of screen, blue screen will come, and like this kind of security tab will be there. There, when you click on security, like this virtualization technology option, you can see, right? like this, it will be there. You can see disabled. Okay, when you hit enter, you can see enabled and disabled. You can choose using up arrow or down arrow. You can choose enabled, and you can just hit F10. F10 means it will save and it will exit to the regular setup, guys. Don't worry, most of your laptops is having, okay, this option is, it's already enabled, so nothing to worry. In case if it's disabled, I'm telling all the steps how to enable it. That's it. Okay, fine, good. So now let me go back to this VirtualBox manager. Okay, so here I'm going to create one virtual machine. I'm going to create one virtual machine. So click on new. I'll name this as batch 59 VM. Batch 59 VM. So before, what I can do, 1 minute. Let me do one thing. Now you can see my screen, right? I don't have enough free space actually in any of my drives. Okay, C drive, D drive, and E drive. D and E is having 30 GB, 30 GB only, roughly. Let's create some free space before creating the virtual machine. Let's create some free space. So for that, what I'll do, I'm going to delete any of these machines. Okay, previous batch it's already completed, right? So I'm going to delete, okay, these three machines. This is batch 57, I guess. Remove, delete all files. CGPT, right? Okay, fine, no issues. Done. So now let's check. Don't worry, guys, in your case, okay, you don't see those machines. So let me refresh this. Right, now I have 40 GB and 70 GB free space. So let me go back to this D drive. I am going to create one folder, guys. Control Shift N B59 VM. Okay, this folder I'll create. Just an empty folder I'll create. Okay, now go back to the VirtualBox manager. Click on new again. Give the name as B59 batch 59 VM. Okay, so here where you are storing, see, at the end of the day, the virtual machine will exist as a file. This will exist as a .vdi file. In which drive you are storing that file, from that drive onwards, it will take the storage. If you are storing that VDI file in D drive, batch 59 VM, from D drive, it will take the storage. It will make use of the free space of the D drive. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, you know.
So that's why I created a folder in the D drive. So in that folder, I'll save that .vdi file of my batch 59. So either I can use D drive or I can use E drive. Any drive I can use. So I'm just using the D drive. That's it. So go to this. Okay, click on this machine folder. Click on this drop down. Choose other. Just now we created the folder, right, in the D drive. Go to D drive and B59 VM. B59. Select this folder. Now I want to install a Windows operating system. I want to create a Windows machine. So make sure Microsoft Windows is selected, and I want to install Windows Server 2019. I'm going to install Windows Server 2019. But in this list, I don't see Windows Server 2019. So I'll choose other Windows 64-bit. Always you have to choose 64-bit. We don't use 32-bit. 32-bit machines are very old machines, like 30 years back machines. All machines are 32-bit only. Okay. So now whatever machines we are using, these are all 64-bit machines only. So other windows, as this won't create anything, okay? It will create just an icon like this. If you choose Windows 2016, here 2016 will come like this. As we don't have 2019, so that is the reason I'm using Windows, other Windows 64-bit. Here, if it is showing only 32 bits, if it is not showing any 64 bit, that means your virtualization is not enabled, guys. That is a shortcut to find out. When you are creating a VM in this version list, if it is showing only 32 bits, all 32-bit machines it will show. It will not show you 64-bit machines. If it is showing only 32-bit machines, all 32-bit machines, then virtualization issue. So it was not enabled. That is the reason you don't see 64-bit machines. The solution is, as I said, you have to enable the virtualization. That's it. In case if you are facing any challenges while enabling, just let me know. I'll help you out. So other Windows 64-bit I can choose. Go to next. As I said, creation of virtual machine is nothing but what? Creation of virtual machine is nothing but what?
Combination of CPU,
CPU
storage, and RAM.
Installing
Correct.
operating system.
Allocating CPU, memory, RAM, CPU, RAM, and storage, and then installing operating system. That's it. So now I'm going to allocate RAM here. So I'm having 16 GB RAM. You can see maximum I'm having 16 GB RAM. Of course, my laptop will use, as I'm managing these many applications, I'm using Google Chrome, I'm using Zoom, I'm using different applications. Okay, my laptop itself is using around 10 GB out of 16 GB. My laptop itself is using around 10 GB now, the current utilization. So remaining 6 GB I can give it to any virtual machine. Okay. Okay, so this is how you have to calculate. So you have to check your current utilization. That's why while practicing, don't open multiple windows, don't open multiple applications. Keep reducing your memory utilization, CPU utilization, so that the machines will be faster, guys. Okay. So now in this scenario, can I create a virtual machine with 20 GB? Is it possible? Or 10 GB? Is it possible? Tell me, can I create a virtual machine?
No.
I have 16 GB. Can I create a virtual machine with 10 GB?
No, sir.
No.
No,
sir.
right? Very simple answer. Okay, very simple answer.
Yes.
If you have 16 rupees and there is a commitment of 10 rupees already, how much you can give it to others?
6.
6 rupees, right? So maximum for the new VM, how much I can allocate max as per the current utilization? Max 6 only, because 9.5 is already
6
busy.
only.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to allocate 3 GB. Okay, out of 6 GB free memory, I'm going to allocate 3 GB. Now let's go back and discuss this. So 3 GB means in MB is how much MB, guys? If you convert into MB, how much MB it is? First of all, you should
3000
know
MB.
difference between bits, bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, all these things.
3072.
Very good.
3072 MB.
Yeah, very good. So let's focus on this, okay? 8 bits is equal to 1 dash.
1 byte.
1 byte.
Very
Byte.
good. Okay. Next 8 bytes are
1024.
very good. 1024 bytes is equal to 1
KB.
KB, kilobyte. 1024 KB is equal to 1
MB.
MB, megabytes. Very good. 1024 MB is equal to 1
GB.
GB.
1 GB.
Sorry, 1024, right? 1024 GB is equal to 1.
1
MB.
TB.
Very good.
MB.
1024 TB is equal to 1
PB.
Petabyte.
Petabyte.
Megabyte.
Very good.
Petabyte.
Petabyte.
1024 PB is equal to 1
Exabyte.
1
YB.
hexabyte.
Hexabyte actually.
Okay. Then 1024 hexabytes is equal to 1
Zettabyte.
octabyte. 1024 octabytes is equal to 1 zettabyte finally. Okay. So hardly we will handle the machines up to terabytes. We don't handle machines of petabytes and all, don't worry. So now why we have to discuss this means, now I'll tell you, okay, I'll give you one value, quickly calculate and tell me in terms of GBs, okay? GB or TB, whatever it is, okay? This is KB, okay? Now convert into either GB or TB, which one is, okay, comfortable, or both. How much GB it is, how much TB it is. Just type your answers quickly. How to find out quickly, because you are going to deal with this much of files. Suddenly when you open a backup file, you can see this much big size, or maybe MB will be there. Okay, so how quickly you have to calculate. You cannot open calculator 1000 by 1024 by 1024. You cannot do, right? By just looking at the value, you should be able to see. You should be able to calculate how much MB or GB or TB. So now tell me, guys. Guess, guys. I don't want exact number, at least rough number also you can tell. Approximate number is enough. What about others? Are you trying, guys? Okay. Okay, fine. Very good, guys. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. So, Anil Reddy 37 GB, Yasin 38.5 GB, Raj 37, Vinay 37 GB, Davani 39, Gauri 39, Shiva 37, Kavya 38, Sajid 39, Abhishek 37.060, Vaibhav 39, and Nageshwar Reddy 37. Good, okay. So I don't know how you calculated, whether you manually calculated or any formulas you used. I'll tell you simple option. Okay, no need to use any calculators. So divide this big number into three parts. Okay, three parts you can divide. Now this is 893 KB, correct? Units, tens, hundreds. 3 KB, 93 KB, 893 KB. After KB, what we will get it, guys? MB. So this is 5 MB, 35 MB, 435 MB. Is it clear? After MB is what we will get? GB. So this is 9 GB and this is 39 GB. Roughly I'm saying few people already calculated using maybe calculator something like that 37. I'm not saying that is wrong. Okay, but roughly it was 39 GB. By just looking at the number, you should be able to tell like this. You cannot use calculators in the organization. I mean to say, there is no restriction, but hundreds of files will be there. How you will calculate? Hundreds of backup files will be there. Hundreds of data files will be there. Hundreds of log files will be there. You cannot manually calculate, right? By just looking at the number, you should be able to roughly count it. Is it clear, guys? Are we good on this? Now?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me one thing then. Tell me how much it is.
593.
What 593? I can see on the screen. What is that 593?
593 TB.
Not sure.
Not sure. Calculate it. Just now we discussed about
Almost
this
6
shortcut, right?
TB.
593
5.93 TB.
593 TB, I guess.
5.93.
GB.
593 GB.
593 GB or 593 TB? There is a confusion. TB or GB?
Yeah, I guess. First part is KB, second part is GB. First part is MB, second part is GB, third part is TB. From left, from right hand.
Okay. So let's divide into three parts. Okay. 3 and 3. 439 MB. This you know, right? This we are clear with this. 439 MB. Then GB, 9 GB, 39 GB, 439 GB, right? After that, TB, 3 TB, 93 TB, 593 TB. That's it. Okay. So it can be 590 also when you calculate it properly, but roughly when you calculate it is around 593 TB. Once you calculated the final value, you can delete 4 or 5 units from that so that it will be almost near to the exact value. So this is how we have to deal with the files, guys. Okay, by just looking at the file size, you should be able to identify quickly. Okay, fine. Are we good on this? Right. So now I have to allocate 3 GB here. I have to allocate 3 GB here. Now tell me how much MB I have to allocate. It will take only in the MBs. So how much MB I have to, how much value I have to give here? I have to allocate 3 GB. I decided to allocate 3 GB. Now how much MB I have to give here?
3073 MB.
3 into 1024. 3 into 1024.
24.
3072. Okay. Okay. Clear, guys? In the same way, if you are decided to give 1 GB, give 1024 MB. If you are decided to give 2 GB, give 2048 MB. If you have memory, give 3 GB, 3072. If you want to allocate 4 GB, you can allocate 4 GB also. If you have memory, 4096 MB you have to give. Okay, clear? Are we good on this part, everyone? How much GB it is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How much GB it is? 16,384 MB. How much GB?
16 GB.
16 GB. That's it.
16 GB.
Roughly 384 MB, 6 GB, 16 GB. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Next. Create a virtual hard disk now. Click on create. The virtual hard disk format is .vdi format, virtual disk image format. Next again. And I am allocating 30 GB hard disk. I'm going to allocate. So that 30 GB, how you are going to allocate? Is it a dynamically allocated and fixed size? What is the difference, Shanmukh? If you choose dynamically allocated, what will happen? If you choose fixed size, what will happen? Guess it. Easy only. Easy.
Dynamically, I guess it will keep on increasing when the space
Very good.
increases.
Very good. Fixed size means
It will not increase. It
It
will
means
stick to the
if you
allocated
use or
storage.
not, will be allocating.
Sorry, Roja.
If you use or not, it will be already allocated.
Very good, very good, very good. So dynamically allocated. I decided to give 30 GB to my hard disk. Virtual machine hard disk will have 30 GB now. So that 30 GB, how you are going to allocate? Is it a dynamically allocated 30 GB or fixed size of 30 GB? If you choose dynamically allocated, how much you are using, that much only it will take from the operating system. Out of 30, if you use 20 GB, that 20 GB only it will take. Remaining 10 GB, it will give it to the OS only. But if you choose 30 GB, even though you are not using 30 GB, it will hold that 30 GB. Until you delete that VM, it will hold the whole 30 GB. Is it clear, guys? Difference between dynamically allocated and fixed size. In the dynamically allocated, how much you are using, that much only it will take up to a cap. The cap can be 30 GB, 40 GB, 50 GB, whatever if you want, you can give it, no issues. I am going to give 30 GB, that is enough throughout for the practice. 30 GB storage is enough. So if you choose dynamically allocated, sorry, out of 30 GB also, it will use based on the usage. Up to 30 GB it will use. If you choose fixed size, it will take the whole 30 GB. Until you delete the VM, it will not release the 30 GB. In the dynamically allocated, if you use 20 GB only, that remaining 10 GB will be used by other application. Okay, so now which one is better? Dynamically allocated is better or fixed size is better? Tell me now.
Dynamically.
Dynamical is always good, okay? Because it will still allocate the unused space to the operating system. Okay, dynamically allocated. Next. So now here I am going to allocate 30 GB. This 30 GB C in D drive, I just created B59 VM. If you remember in the beginning of the practice, in that one folder will be created. In that a file batch 59 VM.vdi file will be created. This VDI file will grow up to 30 GB. As this is creating in D drive, it will use D drive space to grow. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? My file .vdi file b59vm.vdi file is creating the D drive. I have allocated 30 GB dynamically, whatever it is, dynamically allocated option I just selected. And I just allocated 30 GB storage to the VM. So in the D drive, there will be a file called batch59vm.vdi will be created. When you are keep using that VDI file virtual machine, that file will grow. As that file is created in the D drive, so it will keep using the free space of the D drive up to dash GB. Up to dash GB.
40 GB.
Up to 30 GB.
30 GB, you cannot say 40 GB. Because we have capped that machine up to 30 GB. So it will use up to 30 GB only. It will not, as I have 43 GB, don't think it will grow up to 43 GB. No, we have capped that file. So it will grow up to 30 GB. Once the 30 GB is completely full, then the machine will be stopped because there is no free space. Then you can allocate again, you can extend the drive so that it will again start and it will run fine without issues. So this is how it will work, guys. Simply click on create. That's it. Okay, now you can see, guys, batch 59 VM. Can you see here? It's just
Yes, sir.
created. Any questions, doubts so far? You can ask me, guys, if you have any questions, doubts and all. Are we good on this part? No questions?
Sir, one thing.
Sir,
In-
I have.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So here, you have in dynamic and fixed, you have selected that dynamic, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you told, like, so if we give 30 GB.
Hmm.
If it requires only 10 GB, it takes
Correct.
only 10 GB.
10 GB, correct.
If it increases more,
It will
will
grow
it
up to
take
30 GB.
other than the 30, or it will
No, no,
stop
that's
here?
what 30 GB means up to 30 GB. It will grow up to
But
30 GB
what
it will
is the
grow.
difference then for fixed and for this
Fixed
dynamic?
automatically it will now see. Now in this scenario, how much free space can you see in my drive? In this D drive, I created just
43
43, right?
GB
When
is.
I choose fixed size, do you think how much free space will be there in this? Guess it.
Mm.
Guess it.
13 GB.
13 GB will be there. 13, 1 3. Because it will allocate the
Ah,
30 GB.
yes,
It will
30
take the whole
GB.
30 GB and it will keep it with it. Even though it's
Okay,
not using, it will still keep it with the machine. In this case, in dynamically
okay,
allocated, I didn't use it at all. So I can see 43 GB free space. If I install SQL Server in that, if SQL Server uses 5 GB, the virtual machine also will use 5 GB. So out of 35 GB will be used. Remaining 25 GB I can see here. Whereas if you choose fixed size, the whole 30 GB will be locked by the virtual machine, B59 virtual machine. So you can only see 13 GB, 1 3. 43 minus 30, 13 GB only you can see. That is the difference.
okay, okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other
Sir,
question?
one thing.
Yes, yes, please.
Your D drive currently free total 43.5 GB, right?
Correct.
You allocate dynamically in virtual machine
Mm,
30 GB, correct?
correct. Yes.
In your local machine, in case that means your drive capture more than 1 3 GB, that means 20 GB allocate for other work. So how
Correct.
to?
Yes, you can use it.
Yes.
See, in that scenario, if virtual machine is growing, for example, your question is like 13 GB. Okay. For example, Shanmukh, you are saying I can still use the unused space. So I just used that unused space. So you allocated 13 GB. But if you don't have 13 GB here, the drive will become red like this. You don't have enough free space. If there is no enough free space in this drive,
Mm.
the virtual machine will not start. So you have to extend this drive. You can either delete few files or you can increase the drive capacity.
Okay. In this case, need to extend the some
Correct.
memory and
Extend.
provide the
Storage, you cannot
memory.
use memory. Memory is completely different. Storage is completely
Sorry, sir.
different. Memory, again, you have to change your terminology because the same terminology will come in the interviews also. If you say memory means it's a RAM, storage means it's a
Yes.
hard disk. Okay, there is no way related. The RAM will not come into this picture here in this particular piece of discussion. RAM we have already discussed. So we are discussing only storage, storage, not memory. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Hmm. Clear, guys? Are we good now? If you are
Sir, I
not
have a
good
question.
also, nothing to worry. As I said, this is Windows topic. We don't never will never create any virtual machines and all. Just to understand from the basics. That's it. Yes, Roja, please.
Yeah. Sir, while creating virtual machine,
Hmm.
so how does it shows like free space? Will it shows based on already allocated or how it will show? Like
How it
so
shows
now
now? Now you tell me.
uh,
Since beginning, I just shared the screen, right? How it shows?
it was showing.
In
Hmm.
a critical state. It was in a critical state.
How it was showing, Roja? Normal only it will show like how much free space is there.
Like
That only it will
whether
show.
okay, no sir,
When you started using the virtual machine,
mhm,
then slowly depends upon the percentage or depends upon the storage that you are using in the virtual machine. Slowly this value will go down. Will go down. Slowly this
okay,
value will go. Now 43.5 GB, right? Imagine now I'll install operating system here. Operating system will take 5 GB. So 43.5 minus 5 GB, 38.5 GB. Then I'll install SQL Server. That takes 2 GB. Then 38.5 minus 2, 36.5 GB. Like that it will go down until 30 GB. whatever 30 GB we allocated, right? So until the machine is going to use 30 GB. Once it's used 30 GB as we have capped, the C drive will be created with 30 GB. So if we are keep on installing, if you are keep creating the databases, if you are keep inserting the data, then the free space will be reduced at one point. It will become 0. So if there is no free space, the machine will not start. Again, I have to extend the drive. Okay, Ruja?
That if I create a virtual machine now, so it will show with the lockage of this 30 GB. So
I'll
how
show
much
you.
is free?
I'll
It
show
will
you.
show that
Very
much or
simple. Very simple. Don't get confused here. I just created the virtual machine, right? I'll install operating system now. In that operating system, you can see C drive with 30 GB. You can see that. I'll show you. Okay. So don't think that 30 GB means where it will go. Where it will go, it will never go. Okay. It will simply that 30 GB will be allocated to the virtual machine. So a drive will be created with 30 GB. That drive is called your C drive. In the virtual machine, a C drive with 30 GB will be created. So it will keep using the particular C drive 30 GB free space. Once that is completed, then the machine will be stopped because there is no free space in the drive, right? C drive. In the operating system drive, there is no free space, it will not start. At least some breathing space should be there in the OS drive. So that is how it will be. I'll show you how it look like. I'll show you. Once I created the VM, I just created the VM. Now you go to the shop, you just bought a new laptop. Once you bought a new laptop, what the shop that particular person will do, the technician will do what he will do. Once new laptop is like opened, what he will do?
operating
He
Install
will install
software.
operating system, correct? So now this is just a bare metal. We have to install an operating system. Once we install the operating system, it looks like a normal laptop only. So there when you open that particular laptop C drive, there you can see 30 GB. Is it clear, Roja?
Yeah.
I'll show you, okay? I'll highlight again once VM is created. Any other questions, guys? No questions? Are we good? Okay then. So now the VM is created, guys. Now we have to install the operating system. So sorry. If you want to install operating system, generally what we will do, either we'll put portable pen drive or some DVD, okay? OS DVD. Nowadays, no one is using DVDs. All are using that pen drives, portable pen drive or hard disk only. So I have to attach the software now. That Windows Server software. If I want to install Windows Server, I should have Windows Server software, right? I have to attach the Windows Server software. This is a virtual machine. From where I can attach? For that, we have an option called
Yes.
ISO images. What is that, guys? ISO image. So your software will be virtually converted into a file called ISO file. So now I can attach ISO file of operating system. Now I have to install operating system, right? So operating system ISO file I have to attach. From where I can attach? Right click on this machine. You can click settings or select this machine. You can see settings. Click on that. Now go to storage section. Click on empty CD. Click on this CD button again. As I am keep using regularly, I can see the regularly used softwares here. In your case, you can see only these two options. If it is fresh first time, if it is first time, you can see only these two options. So forget about these options. I'm keep using regularly, so it is suggesting to me. So for you, it will show you only these two options. So you have to simply choose virtual optical disk file, and I'll give you the access to the softwares. Once I give you the access to the softwares, download all the softwares, keep it in one folder. Keep it in one folder. Go to that folder. Okay, go to that folder. And I want to install Windows Server first, right? Select Windows Server 2019. Double click on it. Click OK. Now I have attached the operating system file. Once you attach the portable pen drive, what you will do? What you will do? You will start the VM to install,
Start the
right?
machine.
Right. Now I have to start the VM. How to start this VM? How can I start this VM?
Click, clicking on start button.
Very good. I can select it. I can click on start button. This is one option. Or else simply I can double click on the VM. Double click. Now it will detect the OS and then it will give you the options to install the operating system. See, in my laptop, remember one thing. This is very, very, very important. Write down, make a note, star, 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 star note. I'll give you the softwares. Don't dare to double click on the operating system file directly. People unknowingly they might think that okay, this step already Shanmukh told, right? Like this only he went, right? This is the perfect example, live. Okay, this is what earlier students did. Unknowingly they will double click on the operating system file. Then also you'll get the same screen. You will think that okay, like how Shanmukh got, I'm also getting the same screen. Next, you will install. What you are doing exactly, you know? Any idea what you are doing? You are overwriting the current operating system. You are overwriting the current operating system. In that scenario, all your data will be gone. You are simply replacing your laptop OS with the server operating system. That's it. Don't dare to double click on the operating system directly. Always you have to attach that operating system and you have to double click on the machine only, not on the operating system. Again, remember, lot of people lost their personal data because of this simple, silly mistakes. I would suggest to everyone before practicing, watch the recording again. Don't think that okay, this step I remember, that step I remember, all are like similar only. You might think like this is already like I remember that step, right? I can directly go ahead, I can directly blindly go ahead. You might think like that. So don't do that. Just watch the recording once and then practice it. Okay? There is no scenario, there is no situation to double click on the operating system file. Only you will select the OS file, that's it. Okay? Directly will not go and you will not select. So the next step would be, I'm sorry, I'll give you the access to the softwares to everyone. Download the softwares, create a separate folder, SQL Server softwares, keep it in that folder. Don't enter into that folder and don't double click on any of the softwares. Once you download it, go to the Oracle VirtualBox machine settings, storage settings, and then select the particular operating system. And then once you selected the operating system, double click on the VM. Okay, clear guys, everyone? Are we good on this part? Any questions so far? No? Okay, chalo. So I'm installing the operating system now. This is Windows Server operating system. You can see here Windows Server 2019. Go to next. Keep the timing as it is. Keep the location also as it is because you will work with US servers. In the project also you will have US UK servers. So for the realistic kind of thing, keep the location as it is and time also as it is. Don't change it. Okay. So now you are installing a US server. Go to next. Install now. Now here you have to choose the fourth option. Okay, click on the fourth option and go to next. What type? This is also edition. See, data center evaluation edition. Like how SQL Server is having edition, operating system also is having different editions. I accept the license terms for every software. So you have to choose this one. Go to next and select the advanced option. Now you are installing OS, guys. That's it. You are not doing anything. See here, the 30 GB we have allocated, right? It is creating one drive. In that 30 GB also you want to create two drives. Click on new. Create two volumes. C drive, D drive, like that. If you want, but I am going to create as a single volume. So my C drive of this virtual machine will have a 30 GB. Okay, simply go to next. That's it. OS installation has been started, guys. Now it is installing the operating system now. It will take time, depends on the RAM that you allocated. Okay, if you allocate 4 GB, it will be little faster. If you allocate 6 GB, more faster. If you allocate 2 GB, slower. If you allocate 1 GB, very slow. If you allocate 512, also very, very slow. Okay, so that is how it will be. If you give more RAM, it will try to install, it will try to process as early as possible. If you give less RAM, as per the RAM, it is going to take time. Okay, so let's wait for 10 minutes. Once the operating system installation is done, then we are good to close the session for today. Okay, tomorrow I'll explain the RDP, what is RDP, how to connect to the servers. What is VPN? When you are doing work from office, how you will connect to the servers? When you are doing work from home, how you will connect to the servers? What is the role of VPN? Okay, how to sign in, how to sign out, how to log off, how to disconnect. Okay, sign out, disconnect, and shut down. What is the difference between all these three options? What we have to do in the organization, why we have to do, very realistic and real time topics that we will do regularly in the organization. So those things will be discussed in the next sessions, guys. So let's wait for some time. Let it install completely, and then we have to set the password. Once we set up the password, then okay, I'll show you how to shut down. Then we can shut down the VM. Tomorrow we can continue with the other things, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Sir, where is that recording link for that
You will get it.
today's
You will
session?
get it. You will get it. You will get it. In case if you are very hurry, you want to follow immediately, go to our channel, YouTube channel SVS University. There go to previous batch playlist. Okay, batch 58 playlist. So that previous batch discussion you can see almost similar only. If you like, if you are waiting for the videos, generally after every class it will take 2 to 3 hours to process. So I'm going to upload so that you will directly get it to your Google Drive. Okay, Google Drive. Please go to your Google Drive and click on shared with me. You can see a document. As of now, I just shared the notes, whatever notes is there. These notes I am typing. I already gave you the access. Okay, I already
In
gave you
notes
the
I access, notes I
access.
got the Excel, but
Videos
that
also you will get it.
the recording.
I have to create a Google Drive for that. In that I have to upload the videos. So it will take little time. Once I
Okay.
create it, you will get the access. Until then, go to YouTube, go to our channel SOS University, go to playlist, watch batch 58 playlist. Okay. So that the same, almost similar kind of discussion will go on.
Okay.
Next, guys. Any other questions? Yeah, Yasir. Yeah, you will get it. You will get it.
Hello, sir. How to check
Mm.
whether I have got the notes link in G Drive?
Just go to Google Drive and click on shared with me.
Okay.
Yeah, registered Gmail ID. Not every Gmail ID.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Registered,
Got it.
whatever registered is there, registered Gmail ID. Any other questions, guys? Practice is very important. Again, don't think I'm a superhero. I will do all the concepts practice, okay, in a day, in 2 days. So I'll keep postponing. Don't do that. Okay. So you have to practice. You have to practice. Don't miss it. We have 5 days a week. Only weekends we have classes. So Monday to Friday, enough free space. I mean to say, enough time will be there. So at least one topic one day, one recording one day if you take, okay, by Thursday, Friday, you will complete the practice. Please plan it properly. Please organize the things properly. If you don't organize the things properly, you have to keep searching every time. So always my suggestion is, okay, please arrange the notes separately. Please arrange the software separately. During this course, I'll tell lot of shortcuts. Okay, during this course, I'll tell lot of shortcuts. During this course, I'll tell lot of interview questions. You will get a separate documentation on the interview questions, but I would suggest all the interview questions that we are discussing, just note it down somewhere, very, very crispy, and the same questions you will get it in the interviews. So no need to again watch the whole 2.5 hour session every time. You can simply refer those interview questions for that particular topic. So if you are very serious, after the class, in every recording, I will tell some shortcuts. I'll give some assignments. Okay. So if you are very serious, I'll tell you what to do after the session. Once you get the access to the recording, go through the recording once, try to complete the demo, whatever we discussed in that concept, and try to write down all the interview questions that we discussed in that particular video. And in case if any shortcuts are discussed, write down all the shortcuts in another notepad so that next time when you are started working on the things, you cannot again go back in which video with shortcut and all. Believe me, shortcut will give you an impression of real time, like the professionals. Even professionals also don't know few shortcuts. So that many shortcuts I'll tell you, okay, during the course. So just note down all the shortcuts somewhere so that you can easily access that and you can easily make use of the shortcuts. And for every topic, at least I'll try to give few assignments. Create a separate documents for assignment also. So try to complete those assignments. This is how you have to properly plan. So simply just watching the recording and completing the demo might not give you a big impact. But if you organize the things like whatever we discussed just now in that manner, believe me, that is how you have to learn any course. Seriously, I'm saying. And try to do the mistakes. When you are doing the mistakes, then only you will like try to understand the concept. You will try to recover. You will try to fix the issues by your own. Let let's practice with the mistakes. Let's get the errors. See the error. Just Google the error. You will easily habituated how to Google the errors and all. The terminology, the key phrases, the prompts. You will be comfortable. So always it's good that if you are practicing with errors. So if you are not getting errors, that means you didn't practice it properly. You have to get the error, learn at least one error a day so that, okay, how to fix that error, how, like in the organization also same kind of errors will get it, okay. So you can easily, you'll be comfortable with the like error handling and all. Create a separate notes for the errors also. Whatever errors you have seen so far in your practice, take the error screenshot. What is the error? What is the solution? Like that, prepare your own notes. See how many options are there. Shortcuts one notes, errors one notes, assignments one notes, interview questions one notes. That's it. The whole day will go like this only. That will be fine for the next 2.5 months. If you are practicing like this, believe me, you don't need any support. You can alone crack the interviews. You can alone work in the real time project from day one onwards. Seriously, I'm saying. Okay, so that is what practice is. Okay, simply just whatever steps I just followed, simply following the same steps. and completing the demo will not give you good knowledge. Okay, try to practice out of box, guys. Okay, Shanmukh selected this option. I'll select the other option. Let's see. But you have to do R&D once you are comfortable with the concept. Starting the beginning practice itself shouldn't be a R&D. First practice as it is, then practice without seeing the video. Then you do R&D. Once you get a clarity on the topic, then you do R&D. Small R&D things. Okay, so this is how you have to learn the course, guys. Any course, not only DBA, any course. Okay, the installation is almost completed.
That is also wrong, right?
I cannot
What is
see
a
question
phase?
paper.
Phase is a basic allocation unit. It's a wrong answer. Okay, five people answered. First option, that is a completely wrong answer. It's a basic
Vinay,
storage unit.
Vinay,
Extent is a
Vinay,
basic
Vinay, Vinay, Vinay,
allocation
Vinay, Vinay,
unit.
Vinay, Vinay, Vinay.
Extent is a
Please be
basic allocation
muted.
unit. Phase is a basic storage unit.
Tell me, Vinay, you are watching my videos and
I
Is a
able to
phase and
see
extent sizes,
the
right?
question
Okay,
paper.
please,
so it
please,
will
please,
start.
first, stop the video first. I cannot listen. Okay, now you ask the doubt. Yeah. Now you ask your doubt, Vinay.
I cannot see the question paper.
You cannot see the question paper. Which question paper?
No, you are discussing some questions now.
Which
I am
question?
getting echo.
No, first of all, please stop that video first. You are watching the same video, right? Just stop the video. Now tell me what questions like we are discussing and which question paper you are asking. Okay, please type your answers. Okay, please type your question in the chat in case if you have a doubt. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let me drag this. Let me drag this. Okay. So now virtual machine is ready, guys. Okay. So the after the installation, you can see the screen like this. So now it is asking you to set up the password for the virtual machine. Username is administrator. Already administrator will be there that you cannot change it. You have to simply set up the password. Remember, guys, the password should be minimum 8, one caps, one small, one number. Okay, minimum 8, one cap, one caps, one small, one uppercase, one lowercase, one number. Okay, so and again we are going to give the passwords throughout the course around 20 to 30 places. So don't give different passwords in different places. Choose one strong password across the course throughout the course and keep using the same password. At one place you give one password, in another place if you give another password, don't know which password you gave which place and all. You will be little confused. Okay, so again it will create a lot of problem while practicing. Write down somewhere until you are comfortable so that you can use the same password throughout the course. Okay, so I'm using one password 123. Okay, dot 123 is my password. Okay, now once you give the password, you can see a finish button. Click finish button. Now see here, this screen whatever you can see is my laptop screen actually, and this screen is my server screen. See, in my laptop I have one more server, I have one more computer, I can say this is the computer. Okay, this I can minimize. So now whatever you can see on the screen, two computers you can see. One is my local laptop screen. This is the one. Another one is my virtual machine screen. This is the one. The server screen. This is the server screen. This is how it looks like. Now I want to log into the server, right? So I can log into the server like this. How I can log into the server? Either you can use shortcut key, which is right control plus delete. Don't press control alt delete. It will show you like that. When you press control alt delete, your laptop will be locked. So use right side control key plus delete key. You can see two control keys. One is left side, second one is right side. Only control plus delete. Okay. Control use control, sorry, right control CTRL plus delete key to unlock the server. Okay. Or else if you are confused, nothing to worry. Go to input keyboard, use control alt delete. This also you can do. Okay, this also you can do, or else simply right control plus delete. You will get a login screen. Here what password I have to give? Tell me. You know my password, right? What is my password?
Yeah, dot one two
Very
three.
good, Gauri. Super. You people are following like anything. Okay. Dot 123. Okay. Hit enter. Okay. So my server is ready. So now I just entered into the server. Now let me show you that 30 GB where you can see the 30 GB. we will get the window like this, networking related network pop-up. Just click yes, guys. Now it is loading. When you open server, there is a tool called server manager will open. Okay. So this is common if you log into in the real-time servers also the same thing. When you log into any server, automatically the server manager will open. That server manager you can simply minimize it, guys. No issues. Okay. So what is server manager? How to deal with the server manager? What is the use of the server manager? Everything will be discussed. Now you see here. This is my local laptop taskbar. This is my server taskbar. See the US time is currently. What is the time now in the US, guys? Okay, I guess 8:07 a.m.
Yeah, it's
M
8/7.
yeah, MST, I guess, right?
PST, sir.
PST. Okay. Fine. So this is how it looks like, guys. This is the server. In this server, I can install SQL Server. Now my platform is ready. Now my platform is ready. So in this server, we are good to install SQL Server. See, 30 GB. Can you see now? It will create a drive, whatever you are allocating. If you are allocating 40 GB, you will get a C drive with 40 GB. Almost 29.4 means 30 GB only. If you are allocating 50 GB, you will get a C drive with 50 GB free space. Okay, so now if you go and see here, see out of 30 GB, 20 GB allocated means how much is used? 10 GB is used, right? Go to my local laptop. 43.5 GB free space, right? How much I'll get it now when I refresh? How much free space I can see? Can anyone guess?
33,
33.
See,
34.
almost same. Okay, so that is how it will be. Now is it clear that 30 GB where it is going, Roja?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so that is all about the virtual machine, creating the virtual machine, installing the operating system, log into the virtual machine. That is how we will do it. Okay, I can close this. I'll shut down because this is my practice server. So I am going to shut down my laptop right after the class. So for that, I'm going to shut down the server. But remember one thing, never ever shut down the servers in the organization. When you shut down the server, that is your last day in the organization. There is no scenario you will never ever shut down the server. There are a few scenarios you will restart the servers, but you will never shut down the server. It's not like my work is done, I'll shut down all the servers. When you shut down the server, the application will not work. If the server is down, the application will not work. So if application is not working, the whatever Raj Sweets outlets across India, if 100 outlets are there, Raj Sweets outlets. So in that outlet, that technician, that whoever working in the each outlet, they are going to enter the sweets details, sweets prices. For one outlet, imagine in Bangalore, one outlet, 10 people came, 10 customers came. They took some laddu, they took some Mysore pak, they took some sweets kind of thing. And this application is suddenly down. Then how that user or the customer will get the bill? How much he has to pay? Tell me. Now, is it clear the impact of the servers? If the servers are down, the applications will be down. Very simple. If the application is down, if you go to Raj Sweets to buy a sweet, okay, the customer, that the particular shop, whoever is working in the shop, that agent is saying, no, the server is not working, the application is down, we cannot process your order, I cannot give you jalebi to you. Then business will be down, right? That is the impact. Never ever shut down the servers. Okay, you will never shut down the servers. There is no question of shutting down. Your work is completed. You are connected to the server. Your work is completed. You will come out from the server. That's it. You will simply log out from the server. Okay, your work is completed. You connected to the server. You installed some SQL server. You did something. You just did a fix, and then you have to come out from the server. That is called log off. So these things and all will be discussed in the next class tomorrow, 7 a.m. IST. For US people, tonight 9:30 EST. Are we good? Any questions, doubts so far? Okay, so I'm going to shut down the server, guys, now. Click on the power button and shut down. And planned shutdown. Sorry. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it for today. We'll connect tomorrow. Same time, and we'll continue the discussion, guys. If you have any questions, you are good to ask the questions. Otherwise, we can drop off. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Good night. Good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.